Alright, I'm gonna preface this video with some yapping bullshit. Skip to like 56 seconds if you don't want to hear it. Regardless, hi, I'm Marco. I usually don't talk at the beginning of these videos, but I just wanted to tell you that we have a Discord server now. Pretty fucking please join it, because we already have a few people that watch the channel pretty consistently, and we kind of contacted them, and we decided to congregate in this little Discord server. Now, it's not the best thing that you ever fucking seen before, but I just want y'all to have fun and have genuine community, and that's what I want for this channel, just to turn into something that's a big fucking congregation of just genuine people. Anyway, links in the description, also on screen probably. Also, this video is probably posted on my birthday, which is January 8th. If it doesn't come out on the exact day, I don't really know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but regardless, thank you so much for all the recent support, and please wish me a happy birthday in the comments. That's all I ask for, bro. New content coming soon. We chefing up in the kitchen right now. Love you. Regardless, I hate, and loathe to death fake thugs. That's the whole topic of this fucking video. YNs. Obviously, there's gonna be the regular YNs that you run into in public schools and other shit like that, with the skinny jeans, the shitty ass Instagram brand hoodie that their man's probably made, and those shitty ass Balenciaga track runners, but that's really it. You know them for certain because of their standoutish looks and that shitty ass Nike ski mask that literally gives them no protection. Also, in the winter, they do not help at all. You motherfuckers are dying in that shit anyway in the middle of the summer, bro. You do not have ops. Please stop. From my perspective, the private school motherfuckers are really the worst because they actually can't stand on shit and they aren't from the projects. Now, being from the projects or being from a more disabled home does not make you a thug and doesn't make you more susceptible to being a thug. It's just being a suburban white kid, you probably do not have any experience in a ghetto at all. Though I somewhat do due to the fact that some of my motherfuckers are living in the hood, and there's nothing wrong with that. But suburban white kids are so alienated from this shit and so far away from it, they just think that it's murder in the streets and shit. It's not. There isn't all-out gang warfare every single 5 fucking seconds. It's just a bunch of crazy-ass crackheads trying to suck your dick for $5. That's the most that you see on a daily basis. But because these motherfuckers have their own front and backyards and live in an over 30,000 square foot home, they never experience shit like that. Look, if every single house has spaces in between each other and they literally aren't touching and motherfuckers are not struggling outside and it doesn't smell like shit and ass outside, like it's weed smell in the air, fumes and gasoline are everywhere, motherfucker, you don't live in a hood. Now, of course, there are run-down kind of suburbs that kind of represent that shit and still are considered poor homes, but regardless, if you are making more than about, what, 50K a year, you're pretty much fine. And shit, even in this economy, you may be still considered poor. Shit, at this point, McDonald's is offering that much fucking money. A band is no longer a flex, bro. This shit is fucking finished. But yeah, most of these motherfuckers are genuinely the worst people on the fucking planet because they aren't educated and they just think that gangs are just Bloods and Crips and all these thugs and gang signs. Most of these people that are in gangs are mostly born into them through their family being inherited into the gang. That's at least what happens most of the times. Most of them fuckers don't even really want to be thugs. They are just kind of forced to by environmental reasons. And it's unfortunate that you're kind of making fun of them and trying to be like them and you think that you hard or some shit. It's kind of fucking crazy. Just the worst part about it though is like the lack of masculinity and like the lack of understanding you have to literally be trying to imitate people that are in a worse situation than you. It's kind of like almost you're trying to be a victim of something that you're not a victim of. I don't really get it. That's like trying to get R-word. I don't really understand that. It's like bitches that like CNC, bro. They're fucking weird. Stop trying to be like that. Regardless, most of these motherfuckers are absolutely fucking harmless and don't mean any harm at all and genuinely just think that most black people are just doing drugs and gangbanging or whatever the fuck, and it's just fucking terrible. And the thing is, I have a perfect example of one of these motherfuckers. One of my friends used to try and be a fake banger. This motherfucker would claim like a random ass gang, throw up gang signs, would pull up to class in ski masks and like defy the teachers, bro. They don't play that shit in private school though. They give out detentions like it's fucking candy, I swear to you. He was overall just trying to be disobedient and disruptive to the school system and shit, and he got kind of caught out there lacking for this shit because, well, what happened was that we called a bunch of motherfuckers that genuinely did have friends from the PJs and all this other shit. These motherfuckers started hard pressing him about it because they literally started realizing that, oh shit, he's fake claiming on everybody. I swear to you, this motherfucker got drop kicked right in his goddamn back. I mean, no Shawn Michaels shit. This motherfucker motherfucker literally got 2 feet to his back and hit cement. Swallowed gravel and everything. I swear. It was the craziest shit I ever seen, and that motherfucker had a bloody nose, had to go to the nurse and even leave. Regardless, getting a flying fucking 2 feet to your back like your goddamn Rey Mysterio and John Cena in a goddamn 1v1 in the middle of SmackDown WrestleMania is fucking crazy, because that usually doesn't happen to most people, and that's why they keep claiming shit. It's a ticking time bomb, and they have to keep up this facade forever, and they literally just keep stacking on top of it other lies that they can put on their name, to the point where it leads them to a dangerous situation and overall gets them fucked up. Shit, I literally know stories. I don't know these people, but I've heard stories that people try smoking blunts just like rappers do. They smoke 2 of those motherfuckers a day, like they smoke a whole gram of weed in like a few hours with their friends. These motherfuckers start tweaking the hell out. They start freaking out like they're in a psych ward, curling up in balls and shit and literally freaking the fuck out because they got too high. There's a point where you take a bad trip. That consistency that these rappers have to smoke that much weed is from consistently smoking weed for years. They continually are puffing that shit consistently for years, and that allows them to have that degree of level to be able to smoke a gram and not get too fucking high. When you're a pussy smoking carts and this is your first time hitting the blunt, you don't take 5 fucking hits. I don't know what you're thinking. You're not gonna look thuggish, bro. You're not gonna like Tony Montana smoking cigars. And that's another thing. These motherfuckers really think that they're Italian gangsters or some shit. Like, motherfucker, you're not from Goodfellas. Calm the fuck down. Your egotism is way too fucking high for all that bullshit, bro. I swear. The worst part about it is that they're like literally dancing on some people's graves. If y'all know anything about Nadi Osama and Didi Osama, you know the story of what happened, because Didi Osama's little brother, who was 14 years old, got stabbed to death over gang shit. And that's where the Naughty Bop came from, bro. They are literally dancing on this motherfucker's tombstone. And that's why Neon got bitch slapped over all this bullshit. Because if you don't know who Neon is, this freak ass young bull who's a skinny ass bitch, this anorexic toothpick, this retarded sick bug, is literally just a fucking nerd wearing glasses that kind of looks like Nick 830 if he was put in a blender. Tries sitting here and saying, Didi Osama, suck my dick. Your brother wasn't shit. Didi literally came up to this motherfucker's crib or somewhere that he was outside and jocked his shit. And not only that, Neon's been jumped before for saying bullshit like this. He never fucking learns, but he continues to do it. And he's kind of the poster child of shit like this. And it fucking freaks me out, because having your brother die in your arms or anybody near you that is related to this gang shit is fucking terrible. It is so illicit, and it literally can end other people's lives because of how traumatically bad it is. And the worst part is that they have other people making fun of it and millions dancing over their graves. Like, imagine that shit. Imagine the pressure on your heart and soul that you have to feel for your son to die, your daughter to die, your brother, sister, shit, yo, even your fucking father. Imagine one of those people dying in a horrific accident like this because of somebody else's hand, and they shoot them right in their fucking face, point blank, and they literally are making a dance out of him. Or they are literally spitting on his grave saying random bullshit over a rap song. Do you know how traumatic that would be? How heartbreaking that would feel? And just for other people to fake know your brother and literally say that they killed that motherfucker and dance on his grave and tombstone, do you know how utterly disrespectful that shit is? Can you even comprehend that shit? You probably fucking can't, because your pea brain is too fucking tied up in that ski mask. The blood circulation cutting off to your brain is also making your GPA 1.0 and making you not understand real human emotion. Take the fucking ski mask off, get some glasses on, and get back to fucking studying for your math test that's fucking tomorrow, bro. My God. Your mama gonna take away your Xbox again and make sure that you can't play on fucking 2K tomorrow with your goddamn friends if you don't get that shit together, bro. Actually, bringing me to that, it reminds me of a story of one of my other fake thug friends. He was on Discord and I knew him off the internet, right? He kept on claiming that he was a thug and that he was like this big ass motherfucker that was an OG from like some random ass block that I never heard of. We call on Discord and he's like trying to be this hard ass thug because somebody was checking his shit. He pulls out a Glock and he genuinely looks like the fucking Jonesy skin from Fortnite with a goddamn ski mask on and a Nike tech. I was so taken aback at this fucking image that I was looking at that I literally couldn't handle but laugh. And this motherfucker is flashing his gun and turning the laser on, and it's his pop's gun. And we figured this out because he shot the fucking gun inside because his dumbass forgot to turn off the fucking safety. The bullet hole literally is still in his wall to this very day, supposedly. I don't talk to him very often, so I don't really know. But his dumbass shot the fucking gun. It went off in his house, and his parents woke woke up, and they had to wonder, and they had to walk into his room, take the shit away, and literally make sure that he couldn't play this shit for months. Also part of the reason why I never talked to him again. But my homeboys that still kind of knew him were telling me the situation that he was in. And this event alone led him to stop claiming to be a fake thug and actually graduate into better thought and opinion and actually be a real person. And I'm glad that he did. Supposedly anyway, I don't really know. I just feel like this is so fucking bad because of the self-deprecation that you have to go through. You have to keep on putting up this fucking persona, and it pisses me off. Stop trying to be something that you're not, bro. We know you listen to Claro at night. Really, on the inside, you're just a soft boy with a good heart. Stop trying to be like that. At some point, most of these people do usually grow out of it, and they realize how idiotic it is and that it's not worth the time and effort to try and like put up this facade. But for most people, they have to continue this shit for the rest of their lives and keep on fake claiming shit. And I genuinely hate it. Just graduate out of that mind of thought. There's a lot of people that are like this. Like, for example, I know a person that goes to my school. He like has all these tattoos and shit, and he has to keep hiding them away. It's just not worth it, bro. Just wait until you're older if you're gonna get tattoos and try and live that life. At this point in time, it's just not worth it anymore, bro. Especially if you're going to a private school, your parents are funding this shit, and you are genuinely having a prospect because he's a football player. He should stop trying to do this shit and just focus on the sport. I don't get it. Isn't that kind of what you came here for instead of getting hand tattoos that make a fake mask over your face whenever you cover it? Like, I just don't get shit like that. What the fuck was the point? Point of this story and all these other shits that I was doing was just to tell you to be yourself and genuinely do what you want to do. Stop trying to follow these sheep-minded people and lead the blind to another blind situation where you just become thugs, or you start fighting people, or you start getting into bad shit just because you want to feel like a real man. That doesn't make you a real man. That doesn't give you real responsibility. Real responsibility is taking ownership for what the fuck you've done wrong and moving forward with it, and taking accountability for all your actions and being there for people. That's what people should really strive to be instead of a thug. And that's what I want for everybody, bro. Regardless, listen to Frank Ocean and Steve Lacy, my GOAT. I'm out this bitch, bro.